Jiang opened the black tech supply crate level 2, and a radiant light burst forth, illuminating his surroundings. The reward materialized in front of him, a stamina enhancement potion plus 20. Without hesitation, Jiang reached out toward the glowing prize. He examined the stamina enhancement potion in his hand, impressed by the quality of the reward from the level 2 crate. He couldn't help but acknowledge its usefulness, knowing it would give him the extra edge he needed in the challenges ahead. However, moments later, Jiang injected the stamina enhancement potion into his arm, feeling the immediate surge of energy course through his body, as he let out a strained groan. After injecting the stamina enhancement potion, Jiang felt a surge of power course through his body. Glancing at his hands, he realized his stamina had reached an impressive 33 points over 6 times the average person's full body capacity. A faint smile appeared on his face as he marveled at the sensation of his newfound strength. As Jiang adjusted to his enhanced stamina, a faint buzzing sound caught his attention. He turned, narrowing his eyes as a mosquito hovered near him. Without hesitation, Jiang swiftly pinched it between his fingers, crushing the insect effortlessly. Jiang froze as mosquito buzzed aggressively near his face, its reflection visible in his eye. Moments later, he casually flicked it away with precision, causing the insect to fall to the ground. Sitting comfortably, he glanced at twitching body with a confident smirk. As the sun set over the horizon, the fortress stood tall against the vibrant sky. Outside, Jiang and his group stood alert, with weapons ready and their focus unwavering. They prepared for the challenges that lay ahead. The officer turned to Jiang, confirming his assignment to head toward the south side of the city. Jiang nodded slightly. He was ready for the task ahead as the evening light cast long shadows across the fortress. Jiang handed over the task of training the group to Zai, recognizing his exceptional shooting skills. Jiang requested Zai to prepare the team for the upcoming challenges, trusting his expertise to strengthen their combat readiness. With a confident smile, Zai assured Jiang that training was his specialty and promised to handle it without any issues. He signaled to Chen Chong as they prepared to head out for their mission. Without wasting a moment, they boarded the vehicle, ready to face whatever challenges awaited them. The bus roared to life, leaving the fortress behind as it rolled through the gates, heading toward. Under the starry sky, Boss Lai glanced at the towering building and asked about King's progress, concerned about his position. Assured by his men that King was already in place, Boss Lai gave the command to move out. With a determined stride, he led his team forward, their footsteps echoing in the quiet night as they prepared for the next phase of their mission. As the headlights of a speeding vehicle illuminated the night, Boss Lai and his men shielded their eyes, momentarily blinded by the sudden glare. The unexpected interruption left them on high alert. As the car's headlights illuminated the dark street, a group of armed men surrounded it, forming a menacing barrier under the night sky. At the center, a leader stepped forward, his sharp silhouette cutting through the tension. Inside the vehicle, shadows masked the identities of the occupants. The sudden flash of light from the approaching car left the group momentarily blinded, forcing them to shield their eyes in confusion and frustration. Before they could regroup, a commanding with a sharp mustache stepped forward, holding a gun and demanding sternly, "Where are you guys going?" The man named Dong Zhu confronted the group, his sharp gaze freezing them in their tracks. Boss Lai, trembling slightly, quickly tried to explain, stating they had planned to use the cover of darkness to scout out Rongxiang Garden. Jiang immediately asked Boss Zhu's sharp gaze fixated on Rongxiang Garden, questioning the unexpected plan. Before anyone could respond, one of the men collapsed to the ground under a brutal strike, highlighting the harsh and unforgiving environment they were navigating. As the unconscious man lay on the ground, the group was thrown into panic. One of them shouted King's name in a desperate attempt to get a response. Boss Lai met with silence. Boss Lai, in a fit of frustration and fear, slapped his companion, yelling at him to open his eyes and focus on the situation at hand. As Boss Zhu's loomed over them, Boss Lai men froze in confusion, their panic palpable as they questioned the identity of this unexpected adversary. Without hesitation, Boss Zhu barked an order, his voice cutting through the tension. "Take action." His armed subordinates immediately raised their weapons, bracing for what appeared to be an imminent confrontation. As the sound of gunfire erupted, bullets ricocheted off the surroundings with deafening bangs. Chaos unfolded as Boss Lai clutched his head in pain, reeling from the assault. Amidst the mayhem, his eyes widened in horror as his hand instinctively moved to cover his face. Boss Lai's icy stare bore down on the men, his frustration mounting as they stammered excuses. Their trembling forms sprawled on the ground were a clear sign of their fear. Instead of wasting words, he pointed firmly, a clear demand in his actions, urging Boss Lai to look at the car, pushing them to confront the truth of who might be inside. Boss Lai's focus was instantly drawn to the vehicle as Boss Zhu revealed the occupants. The moment Boss Lai laid eyes on them, his expression shifted from disbelief to rage. Among the individuals seated in the car, a familiar face sent a shockwave through him. It was Jiang. Jiang, seated in the car with a confidence, smirks as he reveals the betrayal plan. Meanwhile, outside, Boss Lai erupts in rage upon hearing this. Held back by two of Jiang's men, he furiously screams accusations of betrayal. Jiang turned toward the composed Boss Jiang, seeking guidance amidst the tension. With a sly grin and calm demeanor, Boss Jiang lightly adjusted his glasses, exuding confidence as he prepared to respond to the unspoken chaos brewing outside. As the man clutched at the metallic collar tightening around his neck, gasping for air. Outside, one of Boss Zhu's enforcers pulled a rope with precision, leaving Boss Lai helplessly suspended in the air as a clear warning of the consequences of betrayal. As Boss Lai is hoisted by a rope outside the gates of a luxurious estate. Struggling and coughing, his helplessness is accentuated by the imposing backdrop of the grand building and the serene night sky. Jiang and his team began moving in silence. The bus stopped a short distance from their target, a large, heavily guarded mansion. With their faces shadowed by the dim streetlights, they crept along the high walls, their steps light and deliberate, blending into the night. Each step brought them closer to their objective, with Jiang signaling for caution as they neared the mansion's side gate. As Jiang and his companion quietly advanced along the dimly lit street, they suddenly noticed Boss Lai towering over them. Jiang, sensing the tension, subtly raised his hand, his eyes narrowing in silent anticipation. As Boss Lai hung there gasping, his body shaking with fear and humiliation, Jiang stood beneath him, his cold eyes gleaming. Jiang looked up at Boss Lai with an air of dominance. With a dismissive flick of his fingers, a sharp sound echoed the signal for the release. The tightly bound rope gave way with a sudden snap, the tension unleashing as Zhu's body plummeted to the ground. Jiang watches coldly as Boss Lai collapses onto the ground. Walking forward, Jiang kneels down, gripping Boss Lai's hair firmly and lifting his head. With an icy glare and a slight smirk, he leans closer. On the other side, inside the dimly lit room, shadows on the window reveal a laughter and intimate moments. The woman, provocatively and tied to the bed, expresses frustration, demanding to be untied. The man leans close to the woman, suggesting this scenario is a playful reward. He coughed as he adjusted his pants, his ears catching an unfamiliar noise. "What's that sound?" he muttered. Approaching the window, he looked out. His grip on the window frame tightened, but he said nothing, his silence speaking volumes.
This is the end of the video. If you guys want to see the next part, then don't forget to subscribe and like the video.